I'm actually going to show you where we're at. We've kept this place hidden for so long because I don't know, it's just a place that I want to hide sometimes and I don't want to be bothered. So when I come here to re-energize and get myself back to the way I want to feel. So I've kept it hid, and we're going to go for a walk, and we're going to show you this place. We're going to talk about this place. We're going to talk about what we've been doing. We're going to talk about money, because everybody comes to these videos for money. I'll share what I made in the last 6.5 days from working. Right now I've been re-energizing. So here is our spot. Okay, so let's just go walk the neighborhood. I haven't had a morning walk in a while. It's been raining the last couple days. When we first got here it was beautiful, but it's been raining a little bit now. So let's walk around and show you this place. For the ones that haven't figured it out, we hang out in northern Alabama. The town is called Guntersville, and it's an absolutely beautiful little town. It has the whole place is a giant lake. And this park that we're at, most of the people own their spots. So as I'm walking through here, you're going to see spots that are for sale. And I'm pretty sure when this started out, it was just a slab of concrete like ours, and then they built houses on top of it. So you have to have an RV to actually live in this place. You can buy a home here, but if you don't have an RV, you can't live here. It's an RV community. I think there's a little bit over 100 spots. This one behind us is for sale. That beautiful one, our neighbors, theirs is for sale. That's for sale. You can reach out through the comments if you want to know more about this place. Me and Robin will help you out on that. Here's a spot right here like ours that has nothing on it. So you could buy this spot, put your camper here, or you could build a house or whatever you wanted to do. It's actually for sale. There's other ones in here that are just for rent, and I'll show you those. FedEx. You want to talk about a safe community? This is a safe community. Everybody watches out for everybody. I never have to worry about anybody coming near our stuff when I'm not here. Our neighbors will pounce on you. So if you want to come hang out at the Riverstone Life, make sure you let us know, because our neighbors don't like that. They keep an eye on my packages. I mean, put it this way, the mail carrier, the FedEx, the UPS, if they're there to deliver something and it's too big, they actually call me on my phone to let me know. And a lot of times they leave it at my neighbor's house. Another one for sale. Another one for sale. Here's one you can rent. We'll walk over here and show you this one. You're asking, hey William, what is the name of this place? Blue Heron RV Resort. I don't know why it's really called an RV resort. Maybe that changed over the years. I think it's an RV community. So let's walk up here. You could pull your camper in here. There's a phone number right there if you want to check on this spot. Let's walk down here a little ways. I mean, you could look out your back window and have a view of a couple ponds and other homes in this area. Okay, what do these things cost? Well, it depends on the person that you're going to rent from. Anywhere from $450 to $650 a month is what I've heard from people. Plus you have to pay your electricity. So ours costs us around $630, $640 a month in the summertime, with the air conditioners running even when we're not here, because we pay for our spot, we have to pay for our utilities. So if you're not familiar with this area, right across the street is the biggest lake in the whole state. This is considered northern Alabama. So the advantages of northern Alabama: June, July, and August, when you can't even go to Florida because you feel like you're going to die, it's not so bad here. Is there humidity? Oh yeah, there's humidity. But 9 months out of the year, I absolutely love it. Do they get snow? Yeah, they get a dusting of snow. We haven't been here when it snowed, but we have cameras on our place to watch it, and I've seen it snow. So look at this. I mean, pretty quiet. Maybe way off in the way, you might be able to see the cars. There's the main road. Plus, they just redid the roads around here, so they're all brand new too. That's nice. Me and Robin just went to Pizza Ed's, Guntersville, Alabama. Oh, great food, great people, had a great time. But let's talk about a few things, because when Robin put this out there, we're done. The YouTube channel is not shutting off. And for all you people that stayed as subscribers and didn't leave and didn't let that scare you, thank you. The reason we put that video out there is letting you know we're taking a break. Because when I don't make videos all the time, people start reaching out to me going, hey, are you and Robin okay? Is everything all right? I thought we put that out there. I think if you watch the full videos or you're following through on our videos, then you knew that. If you looked at a thumbnail and moved on, unsubscribed, or watched 2 seconds of the video, that's how you end up making those decisions. Why did I do that? Me and Robin we're working on another part of, like my shirt says, New World Order. You know what? Robin hates when I wear these shirts. I don't believe the way everybody else believes. 80% of the world is miserable and unhappy, follows the news, and believes everything they hear. I just do my life. I enjoy it. If it goes bad, we'll deal with it. If we made bad decisions, if we purchased something when we weren't supposed to, or we sold our home and jumped in an RV and drove across the country, or we signed up for RV transport where everybody says you can't make no money, if it's a mistake, we'll make a change. We'll find something else to do. That's why I'm wearing this shirt, because this is kind of my new world order. I don't listen to what everybody else says. I don't watch the news. It doesn't affect me unless I let it get in my head and affect me. Does the economy go up and back down? Yes. Things are good and bad. Could we go to war? We could go to war. But they've been saying it for 5 years, so if you keep thinking about it, maybe it'll happen, but you just wasted 5 years of your life. Do you see where I'm going with this stuff? The reason I wanted to show you this place is we have some referrals that have actually stayed over in this spot right here for a while. It didn't work good for him because he's been around the South, or maybe this wasn't his thing. It's 9 hours away from Indiana. So you've got to determine, is it worth driving 9 hours to go back to work when you're ready to go back to work? To me, it is. Why is it? Because I love the area. I love the people. I love the prices. It makes it worthwhile. If we were to stay in a place like this in Colorado, it would be $2,500 a month for us to park our RV, right? Plus 16 hours away. Oh, my phone's going off today. We're 16 hours away from Indiana, so it really doesn't make it work for me. Plus, you know all the bad snowstorms. Colorado gets 4-foot snowstorms. I don't think they're going to get a 4-foot snowstorm here. Another spot for rent. Right there's a number. Hopefully I'm getting this stuff in the pictures. Another spot for rent. You can go on homes for sale in this area. There's lots of places for sale. There's a really fancy one in here. On the biggest lot, you can park 2 RVs. It's not cheap. It's $300 and some thousand, but it's nice. A lot of these other ones are in that $200,000 range. I think you can get a lot here for like $50,000. Just, is what I'm thinking. Yes, for you RV transporter guys, I'm going to talk about money, okay? But a lot of people ask me about this place, where we've been, what we've been doing, and I thought I'd show it to you. They have a clubhouse, they have a pool, some of the best water. I mean, when you live our lifestyle, there's another one for rent. When you live our lifestyle, you travel around a lot and you get some places with a lot of slimy water. Not the problem here. Absolutely clean, beautiful water. Still have my filter system and everything going, but I don't even need it here. Another one for sale. Oh, it's a great morning to do this, right? But this part of the video is for the full-time RV life people, okay? That are looking for a place, come into these areas. There's a park right down the road from us. If this one is full or there's nobody renting anything, there's another one, not even a half a mile down the road. They just built it like a year ago. So It's a great area, great prices, nice people, all that stuff. But I thought I'd go for a walk this morning and just give you the whole show of it. And we can talk about some numbers, we can talk about some other stuff. Let's talk about the reason me and Robin took the break. I'm going to put that video on my other YouTube channel, William Unrevealed. Okay? You're asking, why are you putting it over there? Well, because I'd like you to go over there and subscribe and watch some of those videos. But that channel is going to show another stage of our lives, what we're going to be doing. Are we giving up any of this? No, we're not giving up the Riverstone. We're not giving up RV transport. I'm just adding more to our life. Hopefully not too much, because that channel might be great, just seeing with all the stuff that we have to deal with those new videos that are going to come out. Showcasing that part of our life. Still doing this stuff on this channel. Still promoting the Riverstone. Still taking it out on adventures. We will be starting to take it on adventures again. So that's probably why you're seeing my hideaway spot. I haven't gave this spot up in over a year because I was keeping it for myself. So that kind of gives you an idea that the Riverstone's going back on the road, right? Yes, it is. It will be leaving here. But I wanted to show you this place. So in the next week, there'll be another video coming out on the other channel, William Untethered. Sometimes I can't even, it's going to take me a while, right? It's going to take me a while. William Untethered. But he's going to reveal what that channel is going to be more about in that upcoming video. Hopefully that all made sense. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to me. Plus, I'm out of practice. I have not touched a camera in weeks. In weeks. It's not like me. I'm usually making a video every day about something. So for me to not touch a camera for a while, I'm a little rusty now. So Robin will put that down in the description. You can go down there and you can sign up for that channel if you want and get notified when that new video comes out, letting you know what we're doing. I think that'll pick up other people because they might be interested in some of that stuff on what we're doing there. Yes, me and Robin have been home shopping. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. It either fails inspection or we're too late to that party basically, and somebody beat me to it. So when the whole world says nobody's buying homes, that's not true in Alabama, because every house that we look at, if we're not on it right away, it's gone. Maybe because the prices are so much better here and you get a little bit better weather than you do most of the places. Got some tornadoes to deal with every now and then. So maybe that has something to do with it. But we're house shopping. I need something big enough where I can do my other adventures that I want to do. A place for me to put the Riverstone so that I can take it next year, showcase us in the Colorado mountains, doing what me and Robin used to do. Getting back to what I like to do with the Riverstone when I have time. So yes, we are looking for a home base. A big enough home base for my subscribers that I can have a little party, have them come out, hang out. They need a place to stay, they need a place to park their truck, stuff like that. So it's been a little hard. Another one for rent right up there. Trying to find something that will match what we really need. So, but let's talk about referrals for a little bit. I want to put a lot into this video because it's been a while. New referrals. Yes, there's been a lot of new referrals lately, still, this time of the year. Also for you guys, when I'm making this video, there's over 200 and some loads on the load board. All the guys reached out to me going, "Hey William, are you working?" I said, "I will be in a few days." And they're like, "Do you see the load board?" I said, "Yeah, I told you it'd come back." But I told them, I said, the other reason those loads are probably there is because later in the year, you have your RV transporters that only like to work, I don't know, June, July, and August. May, June, July, and August. Because I've never had any problem getting work in the wintertime. Fall, winter, there's always been lots of loads. And I'm thinking it's because most of these guys give up, or when those couple weeks of hard times hit, people, I don't know, chose to freak out and jump ship. Yeah. Another place for sale up there. There's usually a place for rent right there, but they just rented it out from somebody from Montana staying here now. So somebody's in that spot. But let's just talk about referrals. And the reason I do this is because I appreciate you guys more than you can imagine. And most of you figure it out as soon as you get out of a orientation why you used my name and how much I helped. At least that's what I feel. That's one of my referrals right there. Oh, maybe let's take the call real quick. It's William. How you doing? Picking up your first load. Yep. Okay, up in the front of it, right in the front there, you'll pop that open and there'll be a little battery compartment. It'll have like a black box, two-piece. It'll be a two-piece black box. That there's where you put your battery. And then probably up there, somewhere in there, there'll be a power switch to turn power on. Right there, right by that battery area. Probably right behind. Is there a battery in it already? Okay, so you hook your battery up, then you up on the wall right there should be a thing that says on and off power. Turn that on after you get your battery hooked up. Well, and then you're going to need to go over to the side door, pop open the side door, and you're going to see where there's a control panel to lift it up and down. So why don't you call me back when you get to that point? Okay. Where do I hook up there'll be a red. Where do I hook that up to? There should be a red positive cable in there and a black ground cable. That's what you hook those cables to. Yeah, there'll be some wires laying there. Just make sure you get red on hot and you get black on ground. Okay. Okay? And call me back and I'll help you because you might not be able to get that thing to lift up in the air. Okay? Okay. All right. Hold on. Because my battery has, it don't have a thing to stick it to. So the battery, I'm going to take a picture. Your battery don't have any wing nuts on it? Any wing nuts that you can put on? No. You got the wrong battery. Yeah, it's supposed to be, it should have wing nuts on it somewhere. You're going to have to figure a way to get that to hook to that. So, I mean, they make adapters. They do make adapters that you can buy and put on there. Yeah, you might need little adapters that just go over top of the battery and they'll have that little wing nut thing on there. If it's a brand new battery you just bought somewhere there in town, go and tell them you need it for an RV so that it has the little wing nuts on it. They might just swap you out. Oh, see, I ordered mine. Okay, yep. That's the difference between an RV battery and a car battery. Okay? Yeah, unless you can find another way to hook that on there, but you're going to need to get that hooked on there. I'm pretty sure I don't have another way. All right. I'm pretty sure. I just don't have to go to the store. Okay. Okay. Bye. See, this is what William does. Do you think I earned that referral money? Most definitely earned that referral money. So, she's new. This is all new to her. You know what? Yes, some of you don't like that I'm bringing unexperienced new people in here. Do you know, people like that sometimes have an open mind, and in my opinion, they do a better job if they get the right help. The difference from you using somebody else's name that just takes the referral bonus and you never hear from them again is the difference between me and the other guys out there promoting this. So remember that. My phone's always here. Do you know anybody else on YouTube that you have access to them 24/7? No. So when I get a little cranky and a little tired, you know why. It's because I'm always trying to help somebody out. But I'm always hoping that that comes back around and makes things work out for me and Robin, right? Work out for the channel. It's just what we do, see? Blue Heron, okay? This is where we're at. There's a pool over here somewhere too. We've never used it because, you know, usually when I'm here, I'm just re-energizing. I can't believe she actually called me right when I was getting ready to give out names. So let's just throw some names out here that just, Christopher R., you know who you are. Charles M., you know who you are. Toby D., you know who you are. Logan S., you know who you are. See, I could go jump in the pool right now. I might need to after this. Is it Ying? I think it's Ying, because you know, you guys know my English, right? Lengy is his last name. Starts with a Y. You know who you are. I've talked to you a bunch. Brian T. Michael D. Vernon T. Stephen P. Frank U. Jeffrey S. Jack D. Joshua S. James C. And the person I was just talking to was Miracle M. Okay, these are the ones that just went through class in the last, I don't know, last week or so. Some of them have delivered their load. Some of them are out there doing their load right now. As you can see on the phone call, she was just getting hers picked up. She didn't have the right battery. Maybe I need to do more videos about the exact battery you need. Everybody has a different opinion, and my phone's just going off with mails. And most of the time, that is other people wanting to get into this industry. So do I bring a lot of people in? Yes. Does it upset a lot of people? Yes. Can I control that? No. I try to fix things. Sometimes I overly try to fix things. I'm not doing that no more. I'm taking care of the people that take care of me, and the rest of you don't exist. Sorry, that could be a little mean, but I can't take care of the whole world even if I wanted to. So, if you're thinking about getting into RV transport, you go down there in the description below. Robin will have everything. You can click on it. It'll take you to Wave. You'll set up an account. You'll go through all the stuff. If they ask how you found out about them, the Riverstone line. If you want to use me as a referral and get that help that I give everybody, that's my referrals. You put my name in there, William Sikora. For all the referrals that are still working this job, I'm hoping that we can do something. You know, William throws a big pool party, cookout, something. You know, you might have to come to Alabama. Maybe the Wave will help you get a load down here. But, I mean, do something that you really deserve. Get to meet me and Robin, get to know us better. Maybe some of you will become good friends, right? That's what I'm hoping for. So let's get walking back up here. I know this video is getting real long. Let's talk about some numbers, because if I don't see, everybody waves here too. I love that everybody waves. It's just a great place. But let's talk about some numbers, because when you hear the numbers, these are the real numbers. These are not me just writing something down on a chalkboard telling you what you can do or what you did, and you can determine if these are good numbers or bad numbers, or, you know, William, you're not making no money, even though my life feels like I'm making some money. So, I mean, who knows? I enjoy what I'm doing. I have a lot of fun doing this job, this lifestyle. Okay, where are you at? You can see I wasn't ready. Told you I'm out of practice with this stuff. I just have so many notes, so many things. I track everything. All right, we finally found it. Look at big trash cans. You can get rid of your trash real easy. Okay, we started this job out of Indiana. I had my load, I picked it up. I started with 70 hours, fresh logs, fresh everything. And the load I got was going to Wood Village, Oregon. Did I get it right? Oregon. Wood Village, Oregon. It paid $3,639.01. Okay. Took me 3 days to get there. That's just 3 days drive there. Boom, 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 boom. No messing around, doing my 11 hours, working them logs, you know, putting in there everything you need to have to make everybody happy, but not wasting no time. Okay. After I got there and delivered it, after all expenses, fuel and everything, don't get me wrong, my fuel tanks were probably still full to get me to the next reload. Yes, because we do get reloads when you work for Wave. $3,089.99 was what was left over after that job. And like I said, I got a reload. I drove to Hanson, Idaho. Okay. And sorry, got a bug or something on my mouth, but drove to Hanson, Idaho, grabbed another load going right back to Wood Village, Oregon. Am I getting that right? Maybe this rest is exactly what William needed. That one paid $806.23. I really didn't need any fuel because I drove all the way there. And then I think I drove almost all the way back on the fuel that I still had left over in my tanks. So after me filling the truck back up again so I can do it all over, left $546.23. Okay. So you got 3 days, you got 4, maybe 4.5 days. I don't remember exactly how it worked because, I mean, when I ran out of hours, actually I drove all the way there and I drove back a little bit and then I had to stop. I remember that now. Then I got up the next morning, delivered it, turned around, did it all over again. Drove back as far as I could until I ran out of time. Got up that next morning, grabbed another load. Where's that other load going? Hanson, Idaho, another reload. This is what I call a three-peat. Sorry, my arm's wearing out. This is what I call a three-peat when I'm able to get 2 reloads in the same area. I could have stayed there for longer. I could have worked another 1 or 2 loads. But sometimes everybody has this argument. Well, those loads are paying $1.55, not $1.67. You know, you're making less money, and you know, I don't believe that because one time I stayed out there and did 18 of those reloads back to back when I almost made $30,000 in 30 days that nobody believes. But when the loads are there and you can just work it, you know, back then I tried the whole 8.5 hour thing and just drove 8.5 hours a day. And did it work? Yeah, it worked. Felt like I was sitting around a lot. Not something I like to do, but it worked. All right, let's get back to that 3rd reload. And where's that 3rd reload going? Longmont, Colorado, right where I want to be. My wife's 45 minutes away from there. And I'm going to be out of hours because I have like 2 hours to play with if nothing bad happens or I get an inspection. So I only had 2 hours left over. None of that happened. I got there in record time. I had 1 hour and 15 minutes left out of my 70-hour week. And that job paid $1,037.02 after fuel because I went as far as I could and I filled all my tanks up again. And that left $751.69. But I think 2 of my reserve tanks were still full. So I had enough fuel to get me all the way back to Alabama if I wanted to go to Alabama, or go all the way back to Indiana and grab another load. All that expense was still in those 3 deliveries. Okay, those 3 deliveries, what Wave paid me was $5,482.26. So I did that in my 70-hour time in that week. Okay, you tell me where else you can make this kind of money, get paid that fast. I don't think it exists. Plus, they gave me money in advance to even pay my fuel and my expenses. That's why I promote this stuff right there. I was promoting this way before they gave referral monies because I liked how I was able to use basically their money to get it delivered and then 30 minutes later get paid the rest of my money. You see where I'm going with this stuff? Same thing I've been putting in all these videos for all this time. Well, after all expenses, $4,387.97 is what I earned in 6.5 days. even though I'm done for a while because I'm hanging out with my family. So if you can make this work where you have family and friends, and just because I go out west and do it my way, it's because I have kids in Colorado and it works for me. Plus I'm getting the most mileage where I'm making the most money. You could probably do short loads. I don't do short loads because I need that big number, that big greedy number. So guys that are out there working them short loads, maybe they're making it work that way too. That's something you can try. It's nothing I want to try. If I'm going to do short loads, I'm going to call them reloads, and I'm going to be doing them out west. Okay? So that's where we're at there. You know me, I put 20% back for my truck fund to replace my truck or fix it if something bad happens. The reason I do that is because I don't worry about miles. I deduct all those miles on my taxes. And then I have the money put back if something goes wrong. Okay? I know several guys that have followed my plan and made it work in the last year when they did their taxes. They've had the money to fix their truck. Some of them haven't had to fix their truck just like me, so they're building a reserve back there to buy a new truck. Is it going to work for you? I don't know if it's going to work for you. You don't like my way of doing it? Then you do it your way, right? That's why we do this job, so we can do it our way. After the 20%, it left $3,510.33, okay, for a week's worth of work. Well, guy's going to say, hey, William, you had a truck payment. Everybody has a truck payment, even if you're not doing this job. You can argue that to the end of time. You can go work your regular job every week. At the end of the month, you got a vehicle payment. Are you able to write everything off on that vehicle? No, you're not. I am. I'm making enough money to put money back so I can replace that vehicle. You see where I'm going with this? So you tell me, there's a job out there that's going to let you make $3,500 a week in your account to pay your personal bills and all your bad habits, then you need to go do that job. And you don't need to watch these videos anymore because you've already got it made and you don't need RV transport. But if that's not working for you, maybe this job will work for you. Maybe full-time RV life will work for you. Maybe this peace and quiet could be yours. Maybe it's not what you want. Maybe you're that 80% that just enjoys being miserable. Then you do miserable. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm going to keep posting it. I'm going to keep showing you it so I can upset that 80%. I don't know. I really don't. I don't post those videos for that. I post those videos because this gives me something to do. It's something that I enjoy. And when I have people call me and they tell me that it's changed their life, that's why we keep doing YouTube. Those moments are priceless. I'm back to the homestead. We got both of maybe our neighbors don't like us. Both of them got theirs for sale. I will tell you the downfall of this place if you're going to buy a piece of property. It has an HOA. And that HOA pays your water, your lawn care, and all that stuff. And it costs $250 a month. That's why we rent. Because I just pay my rent. I don't have to worry about that. I have never in my life been able to rent a spot like this big, 50 amp, this much concrete, for this much money. It doesn't happen. We've tried a lot of places out there, and you're on dirt and still paying more money than you are for this place. Right? Doesn't Sister Wife look great? Yes, she does. She's all cleaned, serviced. And yes, my solar panels. Guys ask me about these solar panels all the time. Do you need solar panels? You don't need solar panels. They sell a thing called Blue Eddy sells a Charger 1 that you can plug in or wire to your batteries, plug into the solar thing, and then it will charge that thing 560 amps. So you can drive down the road within 4 hours, charge that thing back up if you've totally drained it out. Why did I do the solar panels? I did the solar panels for a video. I did it to explore that idea, test it before you had to go and waste your money. A lot of the stuff I get free sent to me because of the channel. So that's why I did it. Would I take them off now? No. That thing's been sitting for a few weeks. those solar panels keep everything in there charged up, and my refrigerator and freezer is ice cold. So whatever I left in there before doesn't need to be taken out. I take off for a few weeks. I don't have to worry about it. It works. What would I have done differently? Well, since I have this bed cap that folds over so nice, and if I was going to use these same solar panels, then I would only need those 200 watts to keep everything charged up doing what I wanted. And I wouldn't have had to drill any holes in the top of this thing and have them up there. So that's what I would have done different. You ask, why did you put them up there? It's because the Charger 1, they didn't even have it when I started this project, and I needed more than 200 watts. Otherwise, with 400 watts, it's going to take me most of the day to charge everything back up, so I'm good for the next day when I'm running my air conditioner. Everybody asks about the air conditioner. Right between there is where that air conditioner vents out. Does it make a difference? It makes a difference. Also, I can move this around to blow on me. So if it's 99 or 100 degrees out, I have this blowing right on me until it cools me down and it cools the truck down enough. Once the sun goes down, it works perfect. You see, I can move that where I want. Would this thing keep you cool in 114 degrees like me and Robin were before? No way. You'd have to run your truck and run that, and that's something I didn't want to do. But for the type of weather and places that I go, most of the time I'm out west. I'm driving during the hot part of the day. I'm getting there when the sun goes down. It's already in the 80s and stuff. I let my truck run for 30 minutes with the air on high so that thing can catch up. Once the truck shuts off in 30 minutes, I go to sleep perfect. I never have any problems. That's how I've been using that air conditioner. You know, sometimes you have to work with what you got, find the best way to make it work, and that's how it works for me. If I was in 114 degrees and it only got down to 100 at night, no, it would not keep up with it. So if you're gonna be going to those areas and doing that stuff, then maybe you need to get one of those ones that you can cut a hole in the top of your truck, right? It's only a truck, right? Or you can put it through the back window right there and have one of those nice air conditioners that they make. I thought about that, but I like to try this stuff so that when I'm telling you if it works or it doesn't work or how it will work, that you're actually getting some good information, you know? And that's what I did on that. The reason I threw that in this part of the video is everybody asks me about that all the time. They always ask me about those solar panels. Should I put them on there? If you got a couple extra solar panels and you can mount them on the back of your truck bed like mine and it folds up like that, no problem, I say do it. Hook it all up so it keeps everything charged and ready to go. Do you need to drill a hole up there? No, because you can buy that Charger 1 for $249 and it works on 95% of all solar chargers. So even if you don't have a Blue Eddy, it plugs into the solar panel and the solar charger just thinks it's solar energy coming in. It doesn't even know what it is when it's coming in there. So 95% of them, it will work. I just threw something helpful in this video, and you got to see where we've been living for the last over a year now, year and 3 months or whatever. That's why the Riverstone hasn't been on the road. Tell me this much. If you had a great place like this and a beautiful area that you can do anything you want to do when you're here and everything you have is safe and protected, would you move yours all the time and pay thousands of dollars in fuel when you can go out and do RV transport and let them pay for me to drive around and for us to do and see all the states and the family and the friends? I think I did a smart thing here. Time will tell, right? And you know how we end these videos? Always.